What was in your mind, though, in terms of image? Because there's no doubt about it, when you burst onto the scene at the beginning of the 80s, I mean, people were bowled over by the look, because the makeup was always brilliant, and all ages really liked it.
Well, when we first, we appeared on Top of the Pops by accident, actually. I, in my career, completely Shakin' Stevens. We sort of entered the chart at the wrong end of the chart, and we weren't eligible for Top of the Pops, and he was ill. And so we got this phone call the night before saying, do you want to do Top of the Pops? We were like, what do you mean? Do we want to do Top of the Pops? Of course. So we sort of spent the whole night, you know, sort of getting our outfits ready, and we sort of did it. And we'd started being played on the radio, and then when people saw me on telly, Radio 1, a lot of the kids' programmes were like, well, we can't have him on our shows, because they were like, what is it? But it was kind of too late then, because the public had kind of decided that they liked me.
Yes.
So, bad luck.
I know. Well, you see, the girls all love the makeup. The makeup is superb.
Yeah.
Now, have you perfected that yourself, or do you always have a makeup artist?
I've always sort of been able to do it myself.
I want to get a close-up of the eyes. Look at these eyes. They are just fantastic. Going really tight. Look at them. No, they're brilliant. So you can do it all yourself if you have to?
Yeah, I can do it, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
I mean, it's nice to be pampered by other people, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. But even today, now you were... Because I was saying to you, are these squiggles and everything hand-painted? So what was the answer?
It's a Marks & Spencer's jacket just covered in emulsion.
In emulsion?
And the shoes.
No, you just painted an ordinary pair of shoes.
No, I just threw paint on them.
Well, just like threw
I
it
was
on?
bored of them, so I thought, yeah, give them a bit of colour.
Cult. But, I mean, is that the sort of thing you do all the time in putting the gear together?
I shop always at Marks & Spencer's because the suits are cheap. You can chuck them in a suitcase, they never crease. They're like, I don't know what they're made of, but they're just fantastic for travelling with.
And always your hat to go, this is a style that you love.
Well, Philip Tracy, very fine Irish
big designer.
milliner, yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you're George, when you, like, hide behind Boy George, I'm not saying you hide behind him all the time. But
I admit it.
But is it difficult then just being George?
No, but, you know, people sort of don't always kind of bother me. I mean, obviously, I don't go to Waitrose dressed like this.
Oh, don't you? Oh, I'm disappointed now.
I know, cheating.
Yes.
I used to in the early days. I mean, I think when I first started the band, I kind of felt obliged to always look, you know, immaculate. But as you get older, you know, you kind of let things go a bit, don't you? You get more comfortable with yourself and... can't be bothered to kind of, you know, get driven mad.
Eyes on today, I know.
You know, there's nothing worse than coming out of your house at 8:30 and someone's like, you know, want a pint of milk and someone's like, can I have your autograph? Someone jumps out from behind a tree, but that doesn't really happen as much now.
No, but on that point, can you just be George?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes do you find that difficult?
No.
No. You can be the two people, if you like.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you've had periods in the wilderness and you've come back, always come back. But have you changed a lot? I mean, I read about spiritualism, I read about Buddhism. Have you changed as a person, do you think?
I'd like to think that I've changed. What I really feel is that if you're a certain type of human being, no matter how much therapy you have, you'll always be that person. And I do believe that I am a sensitive person, and I don't like any kind of injustice, whether it's in relationships or in the big wide world. And I do react to that in my music. But I think what therapy can do is it kind of teaches you new ways to manoeuvre around certain feelings. But if you are a sensitive person or a horrible person, a bad person, you'll always be that.
But you're a happier person, I would get the feeling these days.
You know, I have had days when I'm happy and days when I'm bitter.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go home now and I'm going to splodge a bit of white paint and everything on my shoes, throw a bit over my jacket, sort of tie it all in, put a bit more glitter on my eyes. Anyway, George, it's smashing to see you and we look forward to the song at the end of the programme from the new album.
Always
Thanks very
pleasure.
much indeed. Boy George, thank you.